Hi everybody! I wanted to do this video today because I just got this in the mail. And this right here basically says it's been the healthiest year of my life, but it's because it's been the healthiest 2 years of my life. And so I received this in the mail as a gift. Basically just saying congratulations, I'm officially a 365er of Shakeology. So I got a free new shaker cup in here and a really cool golden scooper. And so anyways, it prompted me to just do a little video to talk to you about this because clearly I've committed this to my life. I've been doing it for 2 years, and I wanted to share with you why. So Shakeology, for those of you who don't know, is a health shake that I drink daily, and I've been drinking it now for 2 years. My husband's almost been drinking it for 2 years because I drank it for a month before him, and then he decided to join me. Basically, Shakeology is like a salad in a glass, but it tastes really good, like chocolate. So it has over 70 different ingredients in it, and it is a health shake. So it's nutrient dense, it is raw digestive enzymes, and it's whole foods. So that might be just like a bunch of different words to you that don't really mean much. So I wanted to kind of break it down a little bit for you. So people out there today are talking about shakes. Shakes is really, like, it's a big thing, right? Everyone's drinking a health shake. There's so many out there. There's a ton of them. There's protein shakes, there's weight loss shakes, there's meal replacement shakes, there's everything. Where Shakeology stands in that is it is a meal replacement shake, or can be. But it does have protein in it, but it's not just a protein shake. It's a health shake because it literally is giving you prebiotics, probiotics, adaptogens, phytonutrients, superfoods. It's giving you the things that your body needs to be thriving at a cellular level. So we are made up cell by cell. We were made up cell by cell while we were in our mother's womb. And we are like built of about 70 trillion different cells. And our cells are kind of like our genetic blueprint, our DNA. They are like the communicators in our body. They make things happen. And so when we are giving our cells the things that they were designed to have, meaning produce, so your fruits and your vegetables, and your appropriate amounts of proteins, carbs, and fats, and things like that. When you're giving your body that, your body really truly will thrive, and it will do what it was designed to do. The problem is, in our cultures today, we are not giving our bodies what they need. We're not giving our bodies enough of what it needs, and we are also giving our bodies a lot of things that they don't recognize. So our sugars, all the added sugars that are put into our foods, and then our food-like products that are not even real food. It's basically scientists who have come up with great ways to make our food last longer, be mass production. Like, science has done really great things for our food, but it's also done bad things because it's integrated things into our system that our bodies don't recognize. And so our liver, our pancreas, all of our organs are being overtaxed and working really, really, really hard to try to process this. This is stuff that it doesn't recognize. And so that's why it's so important to be getting into your body the good things that your body needs. So we might be doing good, like you might be eating healthy. I ate healthy before too. We're eating salads, we're eating, different things like fruits, vegetables, and we're giving our body what we think that it needs. The problem is our food supply here. I know you can buy organic, but even some of that can be questionable. But I do try to buy organic when I can. But the problem is our food supply is being tainted with pesticides and herbicides, and there are things that are leaching into our soil. And so the nutrients that we're getting from the soil still are not the best. And there's science is out there right now to show you that an apple 50 years ago compared to an apple today, like the nutritional quality of it is like so diminished for a number of reasons, the pollutants, the contaminants, and so forth. So Shakeology, one of the reasons that I drink it is because the ingredients are coming from all different parts of the world, like primitive parts of the world where the land has been untouched, the tops of mountains, in places like the deep jungles of Peru. And so the things that are coming from there, those ingredients, the nutritional quality of them is so much more dense and better than anything that we can get around here. The other thing is those ingredients, they are picked and they are processed right away, and they're processed through a dehydration patented process so that the food is still considered raw. So when I'm getting in my bag of Shakeology, which is made of 70 different ingredients from different parts of the world, I'm getting that raw in the bag, which means it has the digestive enzymes in it. We need to get digestive enzymes from the outside world. We need to get them from our food. And the problem is that digestive enzymes are killed off when food is cooked or when it's prepared. And we also, like the enzymes, they begin to die off because we are getting foods that are coming from far away places. We're getting food that's being picked before it's ripe because it's traveling like 3,000 miles. And then once it gets to the stores, it sits on the store shelves, and then we bring it home and it sits in our home before we eat it. So the quality of the nutrition is kind of so. That's another reason that I drink Shakeology. So basically, I'm drinking Shakeology because I'm getting ingredients that my body needs to have. I'm getting ingredients that is making my body thrive and run optimally. I'm almost 40 and I've never felt better. My skin, I think, looks pretty good for almost 40. And that's because when you're eating the things that you need to eat and you're bringing in quality nutrition like that I'm getting from Shakeology, your organs can begin to share all of that with everything else. And what I mean by that is your skin, your hair, and your nails are the last things to get any of the nutrients that you're bringing in. Our larger organs take everything that they need, and we already as a culture are not getting enough of what we need. We're not eating enough produce, we're not eating enough variety of produce, and then the produce that we have is not the superior quality that it used to be. So our bodies are kind of starving. Our cells literally are starving. Our organs are starving. We're not giving them what they need. So our hair, our skin, and our nails are the last to get the nutrients. And that's why people, you see, like their nails are brittle, their hair, their skin is bad, they're having outbreaks. That's your body reacting because it's not having the things that it needs, or it's getting too much of things that it doesn't recognize, doesn't need, and doesn't know how to handle. Literally like toxins in your body. So sugar and all the different chemicals and things like that are like toxins in your body. And we can't escape them. They're not going to go anywhere. They're in our food supply. They're in everything that we do. And you know, some people are a little bit more diehard than I am, but I for one have a little bit of a balance. And so yes, I do eat things at a restaurant, and I do eat things that come from a box sometimes, but it's not the norm. It's more like a one-off type thing for me. So we can't escape them. So that's why it's super, super, super duper important to then give your body the good stuff that it can get. And so that's one of the main reasons that I drink Shakeology. I've noticed a huge difference, and I wouldn't commit to this for 2 years and spend the money on it if I didn't believe it. And you know, people tell me, they ask me questions all the time because people are constantly saying, you know, you look great. And of course I've had a pretty significant weight loss by using Shakeology and the nutrition programs and the fitness programs that I promote and now coach people with. So people constantly ask me about it, and I share about it with them, and then they tell me, oh geez, I can't afford it, or you know, they don't want to commit to spending money on something like that. What makes me sad though is a lot of those same very people will tell me, I was at Walmart, or I was here, or I was there, and I got like a different protein shake. Okay, so I mean, that's good that you're giving yourself protein, but look at the list of ingredients. Are your ingredients coming from places like Peru? Are the manufacturing processes very strict? Are they scrutinized? Are they, you know, overlooked to make sure that they are quality ingredients and that the integrity of the farming and of the soil and of pesticide use is in place? Probably not. Is there things like soy lecithin, which is a very cheap emulsifier, put into your protein? Probably, because bottom line is, if you're not paying a lot of money for it, it doesn't have good nutritional quality in it. It just doesn't. It can't. Also, you might take vitamins or you might take other things, but science has shown us that, you know, getting those vitamins and getting those minerals and things like that through food sources is so much better than getting it when it's been compounded into a pill format. So that's another reason that I drink Shakeology. And that's another reason that, like I said, it kind of makes me sad because I see people go and spend very good money on different vitamins and different things, or I see people go and buy like protein shakes at the gym for like $6 or $7, or Starbucks for like $5, $6. Guilty, I've done it too. I'm drinking Shakeology for less than, I think it's like $4 a day. It might be a little bit more if you're in Canada. But I'm drinking that, and it's replacing a meal. It's giving me quality nutrients. It's giving me a lot of the vitamins and minerals that my body was lacking. And quite frankly, I was buying vitamins before. So I'm going on 2 years. I've been drinking this. It's amazing. It's done wonderful, wonderful things for me. I would be happy to share more information with you about it. There's a ton of videos out there that the creators of Shakeology have produced, like the actual scientists and people who are able to compound different ingredients together so that they react well in your body. There's a lot of money and science behind Shakeology, and so I have witnessed that, and I am confident that what I'm putting into my body really truly is the best stuff on the planet. And that's one of the things that they do talk about with Shakeology. I want to tell you, I've been reading different nutrition books, and so there is a to-do list in here, and it's a pretty good sized book. But in the to-do list, here's some tips, okay? So eat plenty of nutrient-dense superfoods. Getting that from Shakeology. And you might be able to go and buy things in the stores. I've made my own shakes too, where I've bought cacao, and I've bought moringa, and I've bought chlorella, and I've bought spirulina, spinach, different things like that, and put them into my shakes. But the cost of buying all of these things and adding them in, you will never, ever, ever be able to do it for less than $4 or $5 a day. It's very, very expensive. So if you go to like a health food store and you seek out some of the ingredients, which I can post a link to, that are in Shakeology, it's going to cost you a whole lot more than what you can get it for. Especially if you talk to me, I can talk to you about how you can get it at a discounted rate and pay the same price that I do. But eat plenty of nutrient-dense superfoods that provide high levels of biologically beneficial compounds to help the body heal and thrive. So, check. When possible, eat food rather than some vitamin or mineral produced in a lab and turned into a pill for nutrients. Check. So yes, Shakeology isn't food per se. I'm not eating a bun with something in it. I'm not eating a salad, but it is basically taking the herbs and the different produce, the vegetation. It's taking it as soon as it's picked, and it's taking the whole food. So the stem, the cell, the skin, the pulp. It's taking everything, and it's through a dehydrated process is putting it into the powder form. So it's still considered raw. It's still considered a whole food. So check. Buy superfoods only from companies that respect the food itself, the farmer, the soil, and the source. If you read enough labels on enough brands, you'll begin to discern which firms really, truly try to offer a clean, healthy, ethically sourced product from those that treat superfood as just another item on a store shelf. So I can tell you that there is a huge, a lot of integrity in the process of Shakeology, and the creator itself has traveled to different parts of the world and met with the people who are farming this. And that's huge, because in a time where things are manufactured in mass production, we have heard and we know that farmers are not always treated the best, that they are not always paid adequately, and that they are pressured to make things so quickly that sometimes corners might be cut and other pesticides and things like that might be used. And so with Shakeology, it costs money to make sure that these things are safe and that you have the best quality, and they do that. And so again, I know that I'm getting the best, so check. And then basically the next part here just talks about, like, you can eat healthy foods and you can have things like Shakeology, like the superfoods and things like that, but it doesn't combat life if you just eat, you know, donuts and stuff like that. So it really just talks about having a balanced approach. And so now, like I said, I'm going on my 2 years, and so I do have a balanced approach.